The scenery is very beautiful.
We have a little bit of problem.
Hi, we are the Lifetime Travelmates. For the next few weeks, we are going to take you on a journey around Sri Lanka. Starting in Colombo, the capital of the country, we are going to explore our way down to the south coast. And we will slowly move to the mountains in the central highlands.
Overcharging a little bit.
We will be traveling by train, bus, tuk-tuk, jeep, bike and boat. On these adventures, we are going to experience the culture and history of Sri Lanka, the food, the spectacular beaches and the coast, the beautiful nature in the mountains, the popular tourist spots,
We need to find a hostel.
and some hidden gems.
Backpacker's life.
Previously on Lifetime Travelmates.
Sri Lanka has surprised us in many ways. After having wonderful time snorkeling with turtles, watching some of the most beautiful sunsets and drinking beer and just relaxing in the south coast of Sri Lanka, we moved to Udarata to do one of our travel bucket lists, the safari tour. We saw many elephants, different species of birds including peacocks, wild buffaloes, and enjoyed the beautiful nature in the national park. That safari was a great experience, but we also had a good time in our guest house, indulging in some homemade authentic Sri Lankan food.
We made it from Udarata to Tinamavila, and now since there's no direct bus to Ella, we have to stop to another city. We are in Welawaya now, and we are going to catch a bus to Ella.
The distance from Udarata to Ella is only 100 kilometers, about a 2 hours drive if you take a taxi. But since we used public transportation, it took almost twice the time and we ended up arriving in Ella in the evening.
We made it to Ella. Well, not we, but the bus made it to Ella. It's cold, not cold, but it's not hot. It's nice weather, it's fresh. We are up high in the mountains. And it's time to find our guest house. Yes? Let's go. Oh shit. That's steep. You cannot see it on the video, but this road is pretty steep. Oh my god. One of the things when you choose accommodation is that on the map it just shows the roads. It doesn't show if it's up on a hill, at the end of a steep road. Anyway, exercise. Come on.
The view was actually gorgeous.
Can you hear the sound of the waterfall? Okay, it seems it's here. Hello.
The host of the guest house welcomed us outside. Both of us were tired after the journey and we decided to end the day early for a fresh start on the next day.
Good morning. What do we have here today?
We started our first day in Ella with some homemade breakfast and beautiful mountain scenery.
And I have the company. Hello, monkey.
The hostel was located on the hill, so we could see the perfect view of the surrounding nature. It was very nice to wake up with the bird sounds, and the chilly morning weather makes it even more special. After that good breakfast, we were ready to start exploring Ella. There are plenty of things to do in 𝙀𝙭, but one thing that you should definitely try is walking on the railway. When you do that, you will be surprised to see the stunning view of the region and the beautiful landscape.
But watch your step. We actually use the railway quite often to move around places in 𝙀𝙭, and it is quite common to use this path in daily life here in 𝙀𝙭, such as going to school or work, or even chatting with the neighbors.
On the way from 𝙀𝙭 to the Udarata train station, there is something that you shouldn't miss: the 9-arch bridge. These 24 meters high 9 arches were built in 1921 during British colonial period. Locally, it is known as 𝙀𝙭𝙪𝙧𝙤𝙬, meaning 9 skies bridge in Sinhala. The name derives from the visual experience. When you stand below the bridge and look up, you can see the sky through the 9 arches. The bridge is gorgeous and picturesque, as it is located in a dense jungle among forests and tea plantations.
In case you're wondering, the train goes at 15 kilometers per hour. Not that fast. Maybe you can get hit by it and nothing happens.
And people just stand right next to the rail track, and yeah, it's not that fast, so you can always move out from the railway every time you hear the woo woo sound.
What sound?
Woo woo. We're going inside the tunnel and going to see what's the other side.
I heard it's pretty good on the other side. Did you hear that? To the left.
That was close. Since our guest house was near the train station, we thought it would be a nice walk to follow the railway track. After less than 1 hour walking among all those beautiful surroundings, we arrived at 𝙀𝙭 station.
Now from here we're gonna go to the main road to have some lunch.
And before lunch, since we were happy to be alive, we wanted to celebrate with one beer. Those beers opened our appetite, so we treated ourselves with lamb rice. Lamb rice, also known as lump rice, is a popular Sri Lankan dish influenced by Dutch burger. Lamb rice is derived from the Dutch word
Lomprijst,
which loosely translates as a packet of food. It consists of 2 special curries, chili sauce, shrimp paste, meatballs, and rice boiled in meat stock, all wrapped in banana leaves and baked in the oven. We loved it. We spent the rest of the day chilling at the hostel because the next day we were going to do some hiking. Good morning.
Morning.
We are following the railway because today
We're going to Ella Rock.
And apparently this is the fastest way, and you have to follow the railway until the next station, and from there just walk some hiking trail.
Yes.
The scenery is very beautiful.
Oh, it's amazing. Like he said, it looks beautiful, the nature around.
We really enjoyed this peaceful morning walk, hearing sounds of nature all around, until
We have a little bit of problem. The camera power button kind of stuck, so we can't turn on the camera. But we're not sure if we can fix it now. Jordy's still trying to fix the camera, but I don't think it's gonna work. Hello.
We could not fix it, and we got sad that our travel companion had to leave this suddenly. But that wasn't gonna stop our journey.
Okay, so we arrived at Kitawela railway station.
Kitalela.
Okay, Kitaela.
Kitalela. Kitalela.
Okay, so we arrived at Kitalela railway station. Now we have to walk like 5 or 10 minutes more. Then there will be a sharp left turn.
We arrived at one kind of scenic place, scenic point. The bridge, railway, and it has really good views of Ella.
We walk, and then we see this kind of rock here, and there's a sharp left turn. See it here? Yeah, now it's from this way.
Ella Rock reaches 1,041 meters, which means we are going to hike up steep hills from here. It can be tough depending on your hiking experience, but we have to say it was relatively easy, and wearing comfortable shoes always makes the hiking experience more pleasant. Even on the way to the summit, we went through spectacular landscapes such as the small waterfalls by the lush tea fields and charming forests with breathtaking views. And after about more than 1 hour of hiking, we arrived at the first viewpoint.
Oh, this is not the end.
The views are pretty good here, but you can go a bit more up.
Yes, we had to hike up a little bit more to reach the summit of Ella Rock. Some people were already coming down, and our legs were getting more and more tired. By then, we were not so sure we could make it to the top. However, we really needed this kind of exercise after all the relaxing time on the beaches in the south coast.
Morning. Nice. How much is coconut? 200? Okay, we think about it. Thank you.
The view from the top was absolutely stunning. The layers of mountains, the deep valleys, and endless green fields, it made totally worth all the effort and sweat to get up there. And there we sat down with this to fully appreciate the beautiful nature.
After catching our breath, we continued hiking up and we found another viewpoint with incredible views of the region.
We made it.
Since there were even less people than on the previous spot, we decided to sit down for a while, soaking into the calm and majestic landscape.
It's a nice path, it's a nice forest. Better than the other way.
On the way down, we chose a different path, and it turned out it was a shortcut, with an even more beautiful forest than the one we went through to climb up the mountain.
Well. We took a shortcut and now we have a nice view, so that we walk.
And we are back on the railway. We had to go back the same way until we reached 𝙀𝙭 station.
I think it's coming.
Chicken curry comes with this crispy
Abadam. Pineapple juice. No sugar, but still nice and sweet. And quite common drink here in Sri Lanka. Ginger beer. No alcohol. It tastes very, of course, like ginger. There's a few brands out there. I tried maybe 3 or 4. It's pretty good. I like it. This one is pretty mild. Others have stronger taste.
And there's a hungry dog under the table.
Where?
I feel so sorry.
I would like to give you some chicken, but I think it's too spicy for you, my friend. Plus, this dog doesn't belong to this restaurant. It's the neighbor's dog. Just might come here often for good food.
The eyes of the dog.
And for the sunset, we decided that we would be
Going up to Little Adams Peak, which was named after the Adams Peak closer to Nualaela. The views are amazing. Whoa.
To be honest, our legs were still sore and we still felt tired from climbing up the 𝙀𝙭rock early on that same day. But since we were leaving 𝙀𝙭 on the next day early in the morning, we didn't want to miss whatever was up there on the top of Little Adams Peak. We didn't know this experience would become one of the best memories in 𝙀𝙭 until we reached the summit.
We were there. How do you call the place?
Helipad.
This is 1,140 meters of altitude. Not bad.
You made it.
It was very steep. We did a lot of stairs. Well, now I think we can walk to that two other peaks.
Okay, let's go.
What about that? Yeah.
We were not sure if we would make it to those other peaks, but anyway, we continued walking along the path. The views on the way were breathtaking. It took about 1 hour to get up there, so definitely a shorter hike than the 𝙀𝙭 rock we did in the morning. But with those views and the sunset, we felt we were on top of the world.
Even though we didn't have enough time to reach other peaks before the sunset and we had to go back, we were satisfied with what we saw and what we have experienced. If you're visiting Ella, we highly recommend you to try this Little Adams Peak. The name might make it sound like it's small, but we think it rather reflects how you feel from the top of the mountain when you get to see those majestic views.
So the sunset is over. Should we go down?
Ella downtown has a lively atmosphere at night. If you're looking for some food and drinks after your hikes, you can choose among a few bars with live music and the usual nightlife spots for backpackers.
We are so exhausted, but now we have beer.
And we have each other. We are alive again.
Oh, nice. This is life.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we take things quite easy and go slow. We don't like rushing to popular spots or ticking boxes of the things we have to do in one place. So on that particular day, we took the day to relax, rest from those hikes, and put the cameras and phones away to fully enjoy the chill atmosphere of Ella. We didn't shoot any video on that day, but we took some silly photos while waiting for our food. We recommend you to do this once in a while during your trips. No, not the silly photos, but taking one day off with no planned activities and to relax and have time for yourself to fully enjoy the place and maybe plan the next days or spend all day reading.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Travelmates.
We're walking on the railway to go to Ella railway station. We're gonna take a train to Haton, which is very close to Adams Peak. We're going to do hiking tomorrow.
This thing we are doing, walking on the railway, it's quite common here in Ella. Everybody walks the railway to go to the other sites. Like we are arriving to Ella station. Seems they are building a overpass there, so people don't have to cross the railways all the time. Things like this make Ella a very charming village, or town, or city, whatever you want to call it. Oh man, look at that.
The sunrise?
Oh yeah, the sun is right behind there. That's what we missed from... Did we miss this? We are supposed to see the sunrise when we climb the Adams Peak. Well, we will see. Now we have to buy the ticket.
And we have a breakfast.
Yeah.
Our host packed breakfast for us. I mean, the breakfast was included, and then so we have to depart early. So we asked last night, "Can you pack some breakfast for us for tomorrow morning?" And then he said, "Okay, no problem."
And there we were, ready to catch the 6:40 a.m. train from Ella to Haton, one of the most popular and scenic train rides going through the hills and tea plantations, passing by the famous city of 𝙀𝙭𝙥𝙧𝙤𝙀.
On the next episode of A Journey Exploring Sri Lanka, we will continue our travels through the highlands of Sri Lanka on one of the most iconic train rides. The popular Udarata Menike train experience going across scenic tea plantations.
Maybe the best train ride ever.
We will go on a bumpy bus ride.
No problem, my friend.
Up down the valley to the small town where we will stay and get ready to climb the 5,000 steps.
We're going up there.
to Adams Peak to see an amazing sunrise at more than 2,000 meters of altitude.
Thanks for watching till the end of this episode. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe and hit the notification bell. And share this video with your friends. If you want to support our channel and be part of our content creation, you can become one of our patrons or join our YouTube channel membership. Members can choose among different tiers to support us. Each tier will unlock benefits and give you access to behind the scenes, early access to future videos, unreleased footage, and many more exclusive contents and perks. The music you hear on this series is provided by Epidemic Sound. It is a super helpful service for content creators who need copyright-free music. Epidemic Sound is a home for artists with excellent music quality and a big variety of genres and styles. Check the link on the description to get 30 days of free copyright music.